Parenting as a millennial is, a very tricky thing. It's a very tricky thing. I think partly because I also feel like I still need to be parented. I need to be parented. There are times when I'm making decisions and I'm like why? Why do I need to make these decisions? The best times sometimes are when, I have my mom over and I could just relinquish all decision making and all adulting to her, right? And I could go to her and say, Mommy, what are we eating? Mommy, what are we eating? Those are some of the best times, I enjoy as an adult in my own house with my own children, right? So, so what am I trying to say with this is if you can relate with just feeling overwhelmed, especially with parenting, I want to say that you are not alone. We're all learning as we go. Even though we watched our parents, for a lot of us in this generation, there are many parts of the way we were parented that, we know we don't want to repeat. So it's really like we didn't have a manual. We don't have a functional manual. So it's really like we're starting all over again, right? And there are all kinds of schools of thought. Gentle parenting is smacking the wrong thing. In our time, that wasn't even a debate. There wasn't a debate as to whether you should be smacked or not. You will be smacked for most people. I know some of us, that was not our experience, but I would bet to say that for a lot of us, that was a thing. Now it's different. How much, should you, what does abuse look like, for children? What does child abuse look like? There are a lot of all these conversations, and sometimes you find yourself feeling like, am I really doing this correctly? I hope, is there anything I'm not doing enough of or anything I'm doing too much of? I don't want to ruin my kids or damage my kids. That's a constant thought in my mind, and I can assume, in your mind as well. I want to say, cut yourself some slack, right? If you are able to provide, good food, you're able to provide shelter, you're able to provide good accommodation, you're able to provide emotional support, you are able to nurture your children's esteem, give them a healthy sense of who they are, you're able to provide a strong sense of identity and belonging for your children. I think if you are able to tick off, these boxes, you are well on the way to doing, I'll score you 99% already, to be honest. So cut yourself some slack. We didn't have a manual. As long as you are doing the best you can on all these counts, I would say well done. Well done.